I need to mortgage a property to pay. Hi everyone, it's Emdee back again with another short video. Believe it or not, we can do them. So today I'm just going to do a quick video on the handmade pasta. So I know we did one in the Kenwood.
Yes.
D.
If I can turn it around.
Did one in the Kenwood.
Yes.
And I said that we would look at how easy it is just to do it by hand. So that's what we're doing today.
Do you mean by hand as in without using any...
Yeah, just your hands.
Okay. So no appliances?
No appliances, just your hands.
Okay.
And I just wanted to show you this as well. So Dee's come up with this wonderful conversion chart for different measurements of what fluids and weights and things, converting from American to
British and,
yeah,
and all, ounces to grams and liters
so
to
it's a
quarts, all of it.
It's a brilliant guide, and Dee will have that up on our website ready for anybody that wants to download it and use it. I shall leave it there on display for everybody, not that you can really see it, but so you know what it looks like when you go onto the website. So yeah, we're going to do the weighing of the ingredients for this. So basically you need eggs and flour. So for every person.
I haven't finished that chart yet. I'm doing a chart which shows you kind of proportions of things. An easy way to remember recipes. So instead of having a recipe printed out, you can just have this proportion chart that you can download from our website soon. So that'll give you, like, for this much quantity of milk, half the quantity of, say, weight in eggs, like that. So it's all with proportions. And all of cooking can be distilled into proportions. So
and that really captures the essence of what we're trying to do by doing these videos, because when you're busy, everybody, I would think, not everybody, but a lot of people just want something really easy without having to worry too much about recipes and things, if you can help it.
Yes.
And I'm pretty much for easy, so that's why I wanted to show you the handmade pasta if you haven't got any utensils or whatever. The measurements for it are, for every person you take a handful of flour and add an egg to that. So for example, if you're feeding 3 people, 3 scoops of flour and 3 eggs. Really simple. Per person, a scoop of flour and an egg. That's it basically. So we're going to be cooking for 4 of us, aren't we? Because Dee's on a protein only diet apparently. Well, not apparently, he is. He's done very well. So we're going to do it for 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you've got a nice pile of flour there, and what you do is you make a well in the middle. So I don't know if you can see that, but you just make a nice little well, because you're going to put your eggs in that well. Okay, lovely. So here we go with the 4 eggs. This is where oh my god, it gets so messy after this. Okay, so that's 1. Doesn't matter if your eggs are chilled or not, just get them in there. Ours happen to be chilled, but it's not a requirement of the recipe. I don't mean chilled as in chilled out. I mean, I played him a bit of Bob Marley if I have.
Some cool chicks might have.
Right, so there we go. There's the 4 eggs. Oh, it's just spilling over a bit. Oh, a lot. I didn't do my well very well, did I? It's all right. So what you do is you don't do a well like I just did. But what you can do is scoop that up. And now I know why they say put it into a well. So get the yolks and squidge the yolks, and you just, sorry, you Okay, can you see that? I'm just literally
Yeah.
squidging that in. It's very messy. Okay, and you just kind of squidge it all in.
Yeah, so you
You
sort of
hold it and squidge it.
So you advise doing it just on the workboard and not
Yeah.
bother with the pans and plates.
No, you don't need stuff like that. You literally, I mean, look how messy that is. And it just stays like that for a while, and you just fold it in. So like you're going like that, like you're giving a massage.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
Okay, gather your flour and just keep doing it. And you do that for quite a while, and so can you see, look,
Yeah.
hasn't taken that long, it's already starting to come together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just keep doing that. Can you see, look, it's already
Yes,
starting to get that eggy dough that you want, and then you just work it. So that's what we're going to be doing for the next 5 minutes or so. Alright, so there we go. So when it starts getting a bit harder like that, scrape it all off your fingers.
Okay.
I'm just going to do that. It's a lovely messy recipe, I've got to say. If you like getting all squidgily messed, you'll love it. I've got half of that egg over there still as well. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
you just keep doing that. I'm by no means an expert, but I do enjoy doing this. It's good. Therapeutic, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
It's back to basics, basically.
It is. And you just keep pushing it, kneading it. Okay, and it might feel a bit hard, that's fine, don't worry. So can you see what we started with and what we've now got? And that's just by hand, that's using nothing, okay?
Yeah.
It actually does help if you don't wear your rings.
Yeah.
Unfortunately I have. So I'm just going to keep doing that, and what I'm going to do is just put a bit of flour there just to keep it fluid there. So I got this technique off the internet, of that Italian grannies it's called.
Yeah.
So I don't use the recipe, so we've just used a normal, well, it's the Italian flour, I don't know if you remember from the videos before, but it's an Italian flour. They use, in the Italian grannies videos, they use the semolina and water recipe, but we like the fresh egg, don't we?
Yeah.
The sizes of the eggs you can use, at least medium. Don't bother with small unless you've got really small hands and you're making, you only do small handfuls of flour.
Yes, and you also probably get the feel of the dough.
Yeah, so this might be slightly hard, but it's okay. So it does take a lot of work in, but it's okay. It's no worse than making bread or... So I'm going to do that. Do you remember the touch test?
Yeah, wow, it's already starting to spring back.
Yeah, can you see that?
Wait, I'll come closer.
I'm going to stick my finger in the dough.
Yeah.
Okay, and can you see it's springing back?
Yes.
But it needs a bit more because it's not come all the way back.
All the way back. Okay.
So you literally just keep doing this. I'll give it another minute of doing this, where you're just pressing it. You fold it the best you can and just press it with the palms. I find it the best because then it eventually comes out quite nice and smooth as well. So just fold it. So like I said, I'm in no way professional with this, but just being one person to other people, this is how I do it. Yeah. Still taught, I'm not quite granny yet though. Oh, Italian. Shall we try another? touch test.
Yes, sure.
So let's see. We'll get it. I think it still might need a bit more, but get it in a nice ball.
Yeah.
Not too bad. We're not far off.
Yes.
So I'm just going to do that a bit more,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back in a moment and
Yeah.
do the touch test.
Yeah.
Okay, Dee?
Yeah.
So we're just coming to the end of the roll. We've been doing that with the roll. I'm saying roll. I've been rolling it with my hands to the kneading kind of folding stage.
Yeah. Pause the camera for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. So it's good if you kind of flatten it.
Yeah.
You can flatten it like that.
Yeah.
Do a roll. I mean a fold.
Yeah.
All right. Flatten it again,
Yeah.
and then a fold,
Yeah.
and then do a bit of a roll.
Okay.
It's kind of a combination of a French and Italian method
Yeah.
of doing it.
Okay.
Right, so if you like to look at the consistency of that, it's quite smooth now.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice. And can you see that's springing
Yeah.
back? Okay, so that's ready to go in the
The
fridge.
whole bowl looks quite springy.
Yeah, you can put it in the fridge for the minimum of about 20 minutes if you're desperate.
Ah.
You can do it for up to an hour if you want to do it for longer, but I'm just going to be doing it for 20 minutes because it comes out just as nice.
Okay. So shall I pause the video again? You're going to...
Well, yes. No, I need the cling film. Dee? The cling film.
It's in that...
So, what we do, thank you, is...
It's a children.
Yeah, we hide it from the kids because they cling wrap everything. They'd probably cling wrap us if we were sat still for long enough, wouldn't they? So, just put it in the middle there. Wrap.
So that's to prevent it developing a crust and losing all its moisture, because
Yeah.
there's very minimal moisture in it. It's eggs only, no water.
Yeah. So, and that's what gives it its taste. So one thing I was actually going to say is when you're making the egg pasta, get a nice, if you can, a nice free range egg, a tasty free range egg when you know to be tasty. I know where we're based, we're lucky enough to be able to like go up the road and loads of people sell their chickens' eggs at the side of the road. So
Yeah, and,
they're quite nice. So if you've got the opportunity to do that, great. If not, get some nice free range ones.
good quality ones.
Yeah, good
Because
quality ones.
something we discovered is good ingredients is good food, basically.
Yeah.
Even if you make it badly.
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't
still-
matter. It's still good ingredients. So,
Yeah.
like we say, we kind of try to have clean food, if that makes
Yes,
sense.
yeah.
Run the process the least as possible. So yeah, that's why we've got that Italian flour, and that's why we got some nice eggs from Sainsbury's. Some free range eggs from Sainsbury's. So. And you don't have to add salt or anything. It's literally the egg and the flour. So that's why you make sure the eggs are tasty, because that's what you'll taste when you cook it. So I'm going to put it in the fridge now for 20 minutes, and then I'll show you what it's like afterwards, and show you just how to hand roll and just do some very quick and easy little pasta shapes.
Oh, so you're going to continue how to make pasta without tools, isn't it? So it's all
Yeah.
without,
So this will be part one.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll show you the result, and then part two is a
Yes.
separate video that I'll do just to show you that. Okay.
Excellent.
Right, see you in a
Thanks.
bit. Bye.
Fine.
Right.
Yeah, it is now. Okay.
Hi everyone. We're back again. Emdee. Part two. Sorry, I interrupted. Part two to the grand pasta making experience. So I've taken it out of its wrapper. It's nicely rested. The spring test is still working. I just love doing that spring test. Seeing it bounce back.
So yes,
Yeah. I was
Why did you
wondering-
rest it?
Yeah, well, that's
Oh, you asked me. Okay.
that's what I was going to ask you. Just because, yeah, I wasn't sure why we actually do rest it in the fridge tea.
So good question. Well, in one of the ways to think about it, for a general way to think about it, is it's a living thing. Dough is a living thing. It's not an inert object.
So after you've done all that pummeling,
Yeah, you need
It's
to
actually
let
letting
it
it
kind of
just relax
recover
into
and
itself.
make, it's almost like it's stressed and you want to de-stress it.
Ah.
Otherwise, when you roll it, it'll give you a resistance.
yeah, and it'll just
It'll try to
go-
fight. Yeah, you're
shoot back
fighting
up
it,
and
it's
stuff.
fighting you back. So you
Okay.
let it rest, literally, like to get it into a good mood.
sounds like me. Right, thanks for that. I didn't know that actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you an example of how easy it is to do a pasta sheet, and then I'm just going to show you some little shell-shaped pasta things that you can make.
Nice. So pasta you can do without much tools.
Yeah. Literally a spoon and a knife. That's it, and a rolling
Have
pin.
you got a spoon?
Yeah. Spoon. I'm ready. Rolling pin. Don't give me any jip.
I won't.
Right, so I'm just going to cut off a little bit at the end,
Yeah.
just to show you. So it's literally just
so
a little
literally
bit.
a small bowl then. Okay.
Yeah. So
Small segment.
I'll just get it into a kind of mini pasta sheet shape.
Okay.
Shall I say that again? Pasta sheet shape? I'll do that after I've had a couple of Malibus. I don't know how that'll sound then. Right, so you just want a nice wooden rolling pin. I actually don't like this one. It's got handles there and you roll like that. It's rubbish. I much prefer a solid wooden one all the way along.
Yeah.
And that's really good for doing this. And we just want to sprinkle a little bit more flour, just make sure it doesn't all stick together. So you literally just roll it. You roll. Put your weight into it and keep rolling. Because what we're looking for is to get it as thin as possible and as virtually so you can see your hand through it.
Okay.
Because when you do this and you're making, say, lasagna sheets, if you do them where it's like a couple of millimetres thick, say 2 even, it'll come out really thick because it kind of soaks up all the fluid.
Yeah.
So look, that's relatively thin just from a few moulds. What I'm going to do is endeavour to make it even slimmer. Yeah.
So you.
Oops.
Sorry, that's the
It's alright, the oven wants to join in.
That's me leaning on it.
So I just turned it the other way and did it as well. And just put all your weight onto that. So remember, what you need is a good rolling pin.
Yes.
A nice wooden one.
So even though you're demonstrating pasta without appliances, you do need
You still
at least
need
a spoon
some
and a
tools.
rolling.
Spoon, rolling pin and knife. Okay, so can you see that? Sorry, I'm holding it up to the light. Can you see?
Oh, yeah.
You can see my hand
Oh,
through.
yes, wow. Yeah.
And it's nice and thin.
Oh, wow.
So you can do it. If you can see, I'm not doing it
Oh,
very well.
yeah. It's clearly visible.
Alright, so
Yeah.
you can do it even thinner than that if you want.
Okay.
And it'll come out lovely.
Excellent.
And that literally, how long has that taken? A minute? 2 minutes just to do that?
The video's been on for not that long.
No.
6 minutes.
So, so you just keep cutting off slices and doing that until you get
Sheets.
the sheet. So I showed you an example with a very small piece, but if you've got some dough that big and you want a bigger sheet, cut about that much, or about an inch going along, and then just flatten it and roll. So that's that one done. I mean, I could do that even thinner.
Yeah, because when it cooks, they do tend to thicken up.
Yeah. And keep rolling it onto itself. But and I'll just do one more because that's quite thin now.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to dry this out before putting it into the maker lasagna. I don't. We just roll it, don't we, and do it.
It's basically fresh egg pasta.
Yeah.
Okay.
So look,
Oh wow.
can you
yes.
see?
Yes, yes.
That's like
Wow, yeah.
very thin.
Yeah.
I made that very thin, okay? And it's
I
lovely and
guess,
smooth.
yeah, that looks more like the right. So about 7 on the
Yeah.
roller, that'll be.
So look, even just here you can see my hand through it.
Yeah.
Because you're a shadow puppet show. Isn't that?
Yes.
Okay, so there's that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt another one quite quickly. It doesn't take that long.
Okay.
I haven't done it that many times before,
Okay.
but I've seen them.
Yes.
I've seen the grannies, the Italian grannies
Ah.
doing it. So you kind of make a...
Looks like you'll get along with them.
I probably would, yeah.
Ah.
Love a bit of pasta. Quite like Italian food, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I think it's just the fact that they enjoy, and French food, I guess.
yeah. So what you can do is just roll that, make a relatively long shape. You cut a bit off. I don't know if that would be too thick, but you just roll
yeah,
it.
That's probably a bit too much.
A
But
bit too thick, actually. About half of that.
yeah.
Roll it with your hand, and in theory, you should be able to just do that. Whoops, and you get a kind of
Yeah.
shape.
Yeah.
So it's like a shelly shape. It's not the best one, sorry. But if you do several, like you can do quite a few of those.
Yes. I guess that'll be quite filling, and it's just.
There you go. It's more like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can put those in just in boiling water like you would
Yes.
with any other pasta.
Yes. I guess another thing you could do is you could cut them into strips.
You can do that. Yeah, whatever you like. It's just I saw this and thought, oh. So mine's splitting a bit at the edges, but they use almost anything really.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to make a shape with. Again, that one's a bit big. You see, it's kind of, and they're your little shapes that you can just put in.
Yes.
The water for that. Yeah, and if you want to make tagliatelle, you get your strip that you've done really thin.
Yeah.
There's actually a knife behind you, dear, if you'd be kind enough to pass it to me. Thank you. We'll use this one, and literally, let's get the tip of the knife and cut it to the size you kind of want it. Obviously for tagliatelle and that you'd make this longer. And that's it. So this is making it by hand. It comes out much more attractive when you're doing it on a Kenwood. But look. There we go.
You don't need to buy Kenwood if it's...
No, you don't. But there we go, look. Tagliatelle.
Yes.
Done, or is it pappardelle?
Yeah.
The thicker ones, the
that's
wider
more like
ones,
that,
the pappardelle one.
Yeah.
And there we go. And, you know, that's what you can do
That's wonderful.
with your handmade pasta.
Yes, excellent. Thanks.
Okay,
Oops,
that's
our
alright,
camera's
so-
gone off. Yeah. So thanks for
That's
demonstrating that.
Enjoy, try it out. It's fine. It's like half an hour to prep.
Oh, did you want to give a
about
tip
it.
on now boiling the pasta? How long would these fresh pasta need boiling?
Fresh pasta,
4 minutes, I would
about
say.
4 minutes. Just boil it for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It'll come out really nice.
Yes.
Really nice.
Thanks, Anne.
Yeah, remember to put a little bit of salt in the water as well, just
Yes.
to draw out any starchy stuff, and
Yes.
it comes out delicious. Just sprinkle it. We've got fresh basil. Doesn't
Yeah.
cost much. $1.50 for a
Yeah.
pot.
Yeah.
Just keep that watered for a nice big pot.
Yeah. That's
Um,
the window
and
there.
add that in, and we actually add butter. We put butter in instead of olive oil.
Yeah. It seals it
Yeah,
quite well.
gives it a
and,
lovely taste.
Yeah.
So enjoy and happy pasta making, and please let us know how you get on using the recipe.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Excellent.
yeah. All right.
So there was one handful for an egg.
1 handful, 1 egg for each person.
Is that 2 hands together?
Well, it's a scoop,
Yes.
scoop and an egg per person.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam.
That's how easy it is to make, and that's the result. Garnished with butter and basil and Italian herbs,
Oregano. Isn't it?
oregano.
So
Yeah.
and it will be quite tasty. Yeah.
Tastes really good. Mm. The herbs really make it, give it that finishing touch.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
delish.
So excellent. Thank you, Anne.
That's all right. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.